Welcome to Time Frame Thursday, day 102 of the 2-Minute Author Challenge. Today's quote comes from the awesome and amazing Zig Ziglar, who said, "People often say that motivation doesn't last." Well, neither does bathing, was his response. I love that. That's why we recommend it daily. Yeah, go figure. Hi there, my name is Christopher D'Armani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published book with ease. And I love helping authors do that. And one of the ways I help authors do that is to find the deepest layers and deepest levels of motivation to help them get through each and every writing session. So we're going to talk about that here for a minute. Because yesterday we talked about inspiration and how it can be sort of a very fickle critter. And we also discovered that there are some things we can do, the ways we can set up our life, set up our writing life, so that we can provide that environment where inspiration is more welcome and more willing to show up regularly for us. A lot of the same things we talked about yesterday also apply to today, and we're going to go through one other thing as well that's going to be hopefully very helpful for uncovering some really deep layers of motivation. Daily deadlines, of course, help. That's why I've been late all 3 days so far. The last 3 days is I've got other issues that need to get dealt with, and they don't care that I predetermined to do this video daily at 5. I think I'll have to, or daily at 3. I think I'll have to start saying 3-ish, you know. Hopefully this is all over at the end of the week, so that'll be nice. But daily deadlines do help to make sure that we show up and that we're motivated properly. A crystal clear why of course, is probably one of the most important ways that you can motivate yourself. Because when you know deeply your why, you can really survive any how. It doesn't matter what roadblocks get put in front of you. When you know your why, when you tap into the power of that, the how becomes almost irrelevant. It's really quite lovely in that respect. So the deeper that you understand and know your why, the more powerful your levels of motivation will be to, for example, sit down every day and write, to complete this book and get it out into the world. Because when you have that crystal clear why and a deep understanding of it, you know exactly who you're going to help and why this is so critical for them. Excuse me. So one of the things that I talk about when I'm walking people through this particular exercise is that we tend to believe that if we're open and vulnerable, that we're being weak, when it's actually the opposite of that. When we allow ourselves to be open and vulnerable, especially with ourselves, what we do is we actually tap into some amazing sources of power. It really becomes our most powerful strength. And because it becomes this sort of nuclear power station, if you will, this nuclear generator that empowers and powers you through, it also becomes a really great way of motivating yourself on every single level. So if none of that made sense, or if that all made sense, either way, I want you to try this simple 2-minute exercise. Set a timer on your smartphone, on your computer, whatever your favorite device is, for 2 minutes, and then start the timer. And then for the next 2 minutes, answer this question. What is achieving this dream? Why is achieving this dream or goal so important to me? And I want you to really write down every answer that comes to mind, and I want you to go across every single area of your life. So how will this help you financially? How will this help you with your level of fulfillment? How will this help you be a better human being? How will this help your family? How will this help, your readers? All those things. Like, go after every single area of your life and ask yourself also, how will accomplishing this dream, or how will this accomplishing this dream affect the people that you care about most? Because if you accomplish the thing that you want to do most, that's going to have an impact on everyone in your life. So when we get to these deeper levels of uncovering what else is possible if I accomplish this, it covers so many different things. Because yourself, your family, your readers, their family. When you're writing a book that actually answers and solves a really deep problem, you're literally changing the lives of those people. And you can't help but become a different person simply by writing that kind of book, which is why I love working with authors doing these kinds of books, because it's life-changing and it's world-changing. And one of the beauties of that process is watching who you have to become in order to write and publish this book, so you can change those lives, so you can have that impact you know you're born for. So the simple truth of it all is that the deeper you dig, the more emotional power you uncover, right? The deeper that motivation level becomes that you can tap into, the more motivation you empower yourself to write and publish your book. So I said 2 minutes, but I want you to actually do this a couple of times over the next few days, because the very first time, you're probably not going to go as deep as you possibly could. Maybe you need a little more, an overnight sleep, just to ponder on, well, what other ways could that actually go? You know, how else could this actually help me? So do this a couple times, like 2-3 times, like once a day over the next 2 or 3 days. I think it'd be really useful. And just to see what levels you can find in yourself to highly motivate you to get your book written and published and out into the world, so you can make the impact, the world-changing impact you know you were born to make. We don't come to these books by accident. We come to these books because we've found a solution to a specific problem, and we need to share that with others because they're out there struggling too, and we want to help. I hope we want to help those people solve those problems so that they can go forward and be the best person they're meant to be for the world. Because when we do those sorts of things, we actually create a massive transformation, not only in our own lives, in our own families, but we do it with a multitude of people across the world, and it actually spreads down generations. This is the kind of stuff that changes families forever. And that's why I get so passionate about it, because I love helping people get that kind of impact out in the world. It's just a lot of fun. It really is. So if you found, let me go back to the slides for a second. If you found this useful and helpful, I would love for you, of course, to share some comments about what resonated for you most. Like it and share it with your family and your friends. And of course, connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, all those things. All the links to all of my social media platforms are found at sleekbio.com/Christopher. Everything's all in one simple place. And just take Zig Ziglar's, quote here to heart. Inspiration, motivation. We need to find new levels of these things daily. We have to set the environment that will allow these things to happen every single day. And when we do that, we change lives. So have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you again 3 o'clock tomorrow or thereabouts. Bye for now.